Okay, seventh and final try, and hopefully this time my computer won't start suddenly making crackly noises on my recording equipment. So yeah, this is a video game review that I'm doing, and it is for the Game Boy Advance game codename Kids Next Door Operation S.O.D.A. The game itself is fairly simple. The storyline is that apparently there is an age restriction on soda, so you have to be a certain age to be allowed to drink cola. And the grown-ups have decided to raise that age to 13 and over. Who knows why? It's a kid's show, it's never really explained, and the show was fairly fun, so I decided to download this game from my emulator, and yeah, I know, I don't care. I'm poor, that's why, and if it bothers you, then turn off this review and don't listen to it. Anyway, back to the review. So yeah, I downloaded the game because I always liked the series, and I wanted to see if the game was any fun, and if it was worth looking up someone's copy of it and buying that off eBay or something similar like that, or maybe even if I could find it here in Holland. Not all games were brought out here in Holland, hence why I, for some, need to use emulators. Anyway, so yeah, that's basically the storyline, is that the kids next door have to deliver soda to young kids that can't get any because their parents won't get them due to the age restriction. And the people of the S.O.D.A company, I guess, are enforcing this age restriction fairly strongly, and are trying to keep you from fulfilling your mission. So you start out in the first level being able to play all 5 characters, and there goes that rattling noise again. Why does it do that? I'll just keep going now. I don't give a damn anymore. So yeah, basically it's a fairly linear game. You go from left to right through the level, and along the way try to collect as many bottle caps as you can, because if you collect all 50 in each of the 3-part levels, so yeah, for each character you have a level. The first level is divided up in 5 characters, and each character has 3 segments they have to go through to finish their level. So yeah, in each of the segments you have to collect 50 bottle caps. If you do so, you get an extra try, an extra life, sort of. You can also collect red candies, chocolates, lollipops, and some kind of wrapped candy they call gobstoppers, I think. The former 3 will replenish your energy, I guess it is. That keeps you alive, and the latter will make you for a short time invulnerable. I've played 2 levels for each of the characters now. I am that bad at gaming that I actually never was able to finish the first level of the Mario games. It's kinda embarrassing, but it's the truth. So yeah, I was fairly surprised that I was fairly able to play this game fairly easily. So yeah, from left to right, the characters are number 4 in the green turtleneck sweater that ends way over her hands, number 2 with the weird pilot hat on, the famed number 1 with his shades and his red shirt, number 4 the orange shirted tough guy, and number 5 the only brown kid on the team. So yeah, about the characters and playing them, I found number 4 to be rather annoying to play because she skips throughout the level, and that seems to making her jump fairly annoying, because sometimes she will and sometimes she won't because she's mid-skip. In the second level, she gains an upgrade for her teddy bear cannon that will allow her to jump higher, which is an asset and an annoyance because you have to time it right, and if you jump and don't let go of your jump button on time, she will jump way too high. Number 5 is the other one with a cannon. She has a wrist cannon that shoots darts of sleeping powder, sleeping potion, whatever. I find her to be, relatively speaking, the easiest of the land-based characters to play because the sleep cannon is fairly effective over a much further range than the teddy bear cannon is. The sleep cannon has however the downside that it puts your enemies to sleep and doesn't really remove them from play. The downside is that in the first level, number 5 has a part of a rooftop where there are 3 bottle caps and an extra life that I just cannot get onto, no matter from where I jump or whatever. It would have been easier if there were a way to jump down from a higher rooftop, but there isn't, so yeah, I can collect all 50 bottle caps for that one part. The last land-based character is number 4, and he has his glove with which he can punch people, and apparently it stinks really bad and knocks them out or something. I'm not sure, I don't get the system. In the first level, his attacks are fairly useful, but near the end of the first level, his attacks become a little bit annoying because the red-clad enemies are much harder to beat, and you have to get real close to them to be able to punch them, and some of them actually shoot at you with S.O.D.A guns of the sorts that shoot some green sticky stuff, and it's really annoying because you can't really deflect it and you can't really get in a good punch unless you get real close, at which time they will shoot you 3 or 4 times and you quickly lose life. This especially becomes annoying in his second level, where he does get a shield-like upgrade, but it's not very useful because while it blocks the globs, it doesn't protect you very much, and you still have to get in close to hit the enemy, and they will always take one energy thingy away from you, and it's just very, very annoying. Our flying-based fearless leader, number 1, is, to me, the best character in the game. He has a zap gun, and you can actually electrocute your enemies and see their skeleton, which I find hilarious. I'm sure it's not very good for a person to get electrocuted, and I shouldn't laugh about it, but it's just so funny to see the little skeleton outlined thingy whenever you hit the enemy. And number 1 has the most awesome control flying-wise. I love playing number 1 because of that. He's easy to fly around, and he will stop if you let go of your arrow buttons, whereas number 2 will keep flying a little bit. Number 1 has rocket boots and the zap cannon, and in the second level he gets an upgrade for his zap cannon, which will allow you to shoot red and blue energy, and accordingly you will have red and blue robot enemies that you have to take out now in his level. And it's fairly fun because you have to really pay attention to what color enemy is awaiting you, and you have to make sure to hit them just right or they will hit you and you will get zapped yourself. So yeah, he's basically my favorite character to play of the flying 2. Number 2 is the other flying character, and he has these tennis rackets with which he flies, and it is really annoying because he will keep gliding for a few seconds after you've let go of your arrow buttons. Also, while he is flying, he can't shoot. He has to stand exactly still to be able to shoot right. And that is fairly annoying too. I cannot seem to hit the enemies if I move him down along with the flying enemy to hit them. And he will keep gliding a little bit, so he will always end up running stuck on some tree or something, and it just annoys me to no end. Overall, out of the 5 characters, number 4 is my least favorite to play, because basically I have to punch the enemies, and it's just an annoyance because you have to get in real close, and that gives the enemies a chance to hit you back, which is a pain in the ass in any game because it'll kill you faster, and it'll be much easier. And hopefully, if I'm right, in the 3rd level he will get another upgrade for his weapon, which will make it extendable, I hope. At least to some extent, it will make it an extendable punch. That is, if I saw the item that you... That's one more thing I forgot. Each level also has one item you need to pick up, which will become the upgrade for your weapon, allowing you more movement or whatever. So yeah, I'm hopeful that he will get an extension on his gloves, making it possible to do long distance attacks, which makes it much easier to get rid of enemies that actually shoot back. So yeah, I've not yet gone further than the 2nd level, so I can't really tell much about the end of the game, but so far I've rather liked the game, and it's rather fun to play, and I really recommend it for people who aren't as good at gaming like me, or younger kids will like it too. And it's a fairly nostalgic game, and a very nostalgic cartoon, for me at least, because it's not aired here anymore, for very silly reasons. And that's all I have for tonight, and I really hope you will not be hearing the annoying crackling that I've been hearing throughout telling you all this on YouTube. Later, everyone.